Hey guys, it's a very exciting time. We have just bought our second house and yeah, do be a bit groovy. So we're going to be slowly doing it up over the next month. The plan is to not live here for a month, and then when we've done a bit of work to it, we'll be moving in Easter hopefully. So yeah, it's going to be a few updates over the next month. Yeah, mostly going to be focusing on the interior, particularly upstairs. But I've also got some plants started, which we're probably a bit keen, considering garden's not going to be a priority this year. But yeah, we do have a lovely south-facing garden, so super exciting things to come. Our biggest priority is going to be our bedroom, which, well, it's pretty grim. All the wallpaper is either coming off at the moment or is just covered in stains and God knows what crap. So that's going to be priority number one. Bathrooms are all, you know, in need of modernising. I mean, you know, it's okay. It's probably functional-ish. Shower's a bit minging, but we'll try and get it all livable. Probably not going to be doing like a full redecoration in there for now because, you know, money and stuff. But yeah, job number one is going to be sorting out these wallpapers. We're starting in our bedroom, and then the next worst room is this one. Look at all that just crap and gunk and stuff. So also not sure if we've got any problems with damp at the moment. So we're gonna be, yeah, getting all the wallpaper off, seeing how it dries out, seeing if we need to do anything to fix that so that when we paint it doesn't get ruined straight away. And then yeah, it's all just you know, all the classic sort of coral, weird coloured things. And we've got a white toilet, but that's the only thing that's white in the bathrooms in this house. And yeah, basically we need to get all of the wallpapers done, all of it painted, because we want to get rid of this carpet. This carpet is absolutely gross. And it's like that in all the bedrooms. So yeah, and also preferably we want to get the Artex off the ceiling. You might not be able to see that very well. You can sort of see it there. Yeah, the plan is to just get a plaster in to skim it over. I was initially thinking we could do all that ourselves, but considering we want to move in a month, I think it's unrealistic to get the entire of the upstairs done. I mean, the actual hallway is okay. Like the wallpaper in here is fine. Floors, you know, carpet in here is fine. So this will be like when we are in and just fancy doing some more DIY. Not our taste necessarily on the walls, but it will do the job for now. So yeah, master bedroom is the first plan, so stay tuned for some wallpaper stripping. So we have this contraption, which apparently you just run over the wall. Sounds awful, but makes these cool little holes, and that's gonna help with the other bits we need to do. So we're gonna be steaming it after we've put some solution on it, and then that should hopefully peel off very nicely. And yeah, as you can see, it's already coming off in places, so hopefully these bits will be quite easy. But yeah, there's no saving this. Look at all the stains. It's absolutely disgusting. So this is a view of a garden, very nice south-facing garden. All of the shrubs around the outside pretty much are going to be cut right back because they take up so much of the garden. They've grown too big, and yeah, we just don't want them. So, and I'm planning to have a nice little growing patch in the garden, probably this half somewhere. Want to get a greenhouse in. Definitely going to put some planted raised beds of some description, maybe here. I kind of have visions of like a trellis coming up here to sort of separate the garden a bit from this patio, which also needs redoing because again, been neglected. So yeah, we're going to be sort of dividing the garden there probably. Or I mean, I might switch to that side. We'll see how it looks when all of the shrubs come out, because it might be nice to keep that side as lawn. Put something else along here. That'll be a later plan, but we'll see how it goes. We've got to sort this out first. I'm just sort of ambling around at the moment, but this is going to be my future office / dream room. I'll try and get a better view of it. It's not the biggest room, definitely the smallest room of the upstairs. So that's why it's going to be my office. But yeah, again, all the wallpaper's coming off in here at some point. New carpet. But yeah, and you know, replacing things like light fixtures, new curtains eventually. So yeah, it's going to be quite cool. I've got some cool visions to make this a nice cozy office. And yeah, at the moment it's just cold and empty. Yeah, I'm basically just literally wandering around aimlessly waiting for Jack to get back with the hoovers because as you've probably seen on some of the walls, particularly, well, I think that's actually like old mold, but that corner is all just pure dirt, so we're going to try and get some of that off before we start stripping and, you know, getting all the wallpaper off, before we can really see what the wall's like underneath and see if we think there's any issues with damp. I mean, potentially if there is a one along that wall, could be something to do with the roof or render, maybe there's a crack or something along it, but time will tell, time will tell. Another thing we're going to do today is probably fix that loft hatch, words, because yeah, it broke. It was working when we first came to look at the house, and then we think the owner must have accidentally broken it when they were trying to get stuff out of there. So it used to have a loft latch which pulled the ladder down, and yeah, it's just not working anymore. So probably quick solution is just going to be to screw it shut for now because we don't really need to get in there. But it also means that we can actually warm the house up a bit when we're here because yeah, it's like 8 degrees, it's very cold in here. Need to get the boiler on soon. Right, so yesterday I thought my tripod, but Jack and I did get a decent amount of this done. Annoyingly, only the first layer came off the wall, but we did get 2 full walls pretty much stripped, and then we've got the rest that I'm going to be working on today because Jack did not make it over today. He's got a bit of a cold flu thing going on, so he's staying in bed for now, but I'm gonna see how the soaking of the remaining layer works because I don't think I want to steam it. When we steam it, some of the paint comes off underneath, so there's like this paint and then this is the plaster underneath, but we're not sure how, until we get all of the paper off, we're not really sure how well the painting was done underneath, you know, like if there's not been a mist coat before, then potentially that's all going to peel anyway, and we don't want to paint it, just have to repaint it later. So yeah, gonna see how that goes, and I'm probably going to do a time lapse and just see, well, I'm going to soak it first, then we're going to test how well the rest of the paper comes off. Okay, so as you might have noticed, it was drying out a bit behind me as I was going along, but if you actually touch it, even though it looks like it's drying, it's still quite damp. But I have just tested the scraper and that bit came off beautifully, so I'm going to start scraping. And also another bonus, it didn't take off the paint with it, which is what I was worried about. I think if we use the steamer on this like last layer, it's just going to peel all the paint off, but the fact that the paint's not peeling is fab. This is the solution that we're using. Apparently it makes water wetter and it has made the glue very sticky. I think it's meant to actually dissolve the glue. But yeah, so that has worked wonders. I obviously can't compare that to like just water. I don't think just water would work. I mean, it would soak it, but I don't know how easy it would be to come off if the glue was still behind and even if it was wet. So I'm gonna say it's doing a good job, and time to carry on with the remaining bit of the wall. that is one wall fairly done, except from that tiny little bit in that corner, which I need to resoak. Then we've got this wall, which has already had the top layer taken off, so that's ready to be stripped as well. But then we still got all of these to do. I'm gonna have to wait for Jack for those though, because I can't hold the steamer and peel at the top because I can't quite reach, but yeah, making good progress. This next bit, I'm just gonna soak a couple sections at a time, because when it dries out, it means that it gets stuck. So at the bottom there, I couldn't get that last bit off on this wall, but yeah, I think it'll be better to just do small sections, scrape, move on, etc. So guys, Jack did manage to do it for a bit today, which means that we managed to actually get every single bit of wallpaper off in this room, which is crazy. Did not expect to have done that much that quickly. We've had the house for just over 24 hours, so you know, getting a whole room done in that time is pretty good. And that's with like people visiting and stuff. So tomorrow we're moving on to another room. Seeing how that all comes off is going to be even worse than this room, because the wallpaper is really thick. It's got these bobbly bits, so it's going to be a bit of a nightmare, but wish us luck. I have a massive vendetta against flathead screws. If anyone has any tips on how to get them out more easily, then please let me know. Legitimately my new #1 enemy. Well, that made little to no difference, so time to get steaming. So in some ways this paper is actually coming off better than the other room that we did, because it's actually pulling off some of the backing paper too. But because the in-between bit is so thin and then this bit's so thick, as soon as you pull off a bit of the thick stuff, it just doesn't really come away with the rest of the wallpaper. So yeah, it's literally been a case of I've had to steam every single bit of this to try and get it off. It's gonna take a while to get the rest done. So guys, I've been at it for absolutely hours today. I've only managed to get 1.5 walls done. Well, one and sort of a little bit because there's like a weird alcove here, but oh, this paper is a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. I should have waited for Jack for when he was here so that he could suffer through this with me. But yeah, we're still very happy with the progress we've made this weekend, considering we've had the house just about 48 hours. So yeah, I'm very excited to get cracking again, probably pop in during the week. And yeah, we also need to get some new carpet in ASAP, and also a plasterer because we've got Artex everywhere. But yeah, we continue on and we'll see how it goes.